Louis, what is the best performing fund now? I want to invest into the best performing fund. My answer is no. There is no any fund for you to invest, then there is no best performing fund because you will not know whether the fund will be the best performing fund or not. There is only the best past performing fund. And here I will tell you why you shouldn't invest into the best past performance funds, why you shouldn't invest all your money in the top performing funds, even if you do follow the leaders. Hi, my name is Louis, your financial educator. At most of the time, many people believe in following the top performing assets, but if you want to sleep soundly, you shouldn't just stick all your cash on a single table topping share, fund, or even sector. As with any investing strategy, one of the most important aspects is to make sure you are not putting all your eggs into one basket. First, ask yourself, how much risk am I willing to take? How much risk are you willing to take? Sometimes the best performing fund could make 50% annual return for the past 1 year, and that is just due to some surprise factor that it is not due to its fundamentals. Or maybe worse, the fundamental of the investment is bad by itself. Would you still choose to invest into the investment to just purely rely on the past performance of 50%? Also, think about the risk of the investment going down. Investment A has gone up by 50%, investment B has gone down by 50%. What is the risk of investment A and investment B? Assuming both of the investments have good fundamentals, would it be easier for investment A to drop 50% or investment B to drop 50%? Would it be easier for investment A to up by another 50% or investment B to up by another 50%? During the last century of mathematical study of strategic decision making, known as game theory, was developed. It was initially used to understand a large variety of economic behaviors, but has since expanded into the social science and has been applied to political, sociological, and psychological situations as well. One subject that has been widely studied is risk aversion. There are no right or wrong answers, but by understanding your attitude to risk, it is possible to create a portfolio that best suits your needs. Consider this simple game. You are offered the choice of being given $5 or tossing a coin and potentially winning $10, but getting nothing if you lose. This is a fair bet, and if you don't really mind which option you take, you are risk neutral. If you are risk seeking, then you'll go for the toss of the coin. Whereas if you are risk averse, then you will take the money and run. Your attitude may also depend on the amounts involved. Would you feel differently if the choice was between definite $50,000 and the potential to win $100,000? Assuming you are risk averse and would take the money, how risk averse are you? Would you rather take a guaranteed $40,000 than have a 50-50 chance of winning $100,000 even at $30,000? Would you still go for the safe option? On the other hand, if you are risk-seeking, you might turn down the $60,000 for a chance to win the jackpot. How we balance risk? Historically, some investments have been more volatile than others. Using the most general categorization of stocks, bonds, and cash as asset classes, the less risk-averse investors will have more invested in stocks than more risk-averse investors, and the most risk-averse investors will remain predominantly in the safest asset classes, cash. We use mutual funds according to their historic volatility. The illustrations below and contrast between the best and worst performance as you step up the risk scale tell you a great deal about what is suitable for you. Safe haven. These are funds in the money market and short-term money market investment management association sectors. Returns will never be fantastic, but you shouldn't suffer any losses. Slow ahead. These funds invest in gilts and bonds. The returns can beat cash, but they can also go down in value. Steady as she goes. Funds in the mixed assets and income sectors, historically more volatile than those steady as she goes, but they can generate better returns. Full steam ahead. These funds invest in equities and can generate the best returns. However, when conditions change, they can also suffer the greatest losses. Building a portfolio, everyone has a slightly different attitude to risk, and by using the data that we publish every week, it is possible to create a portfolio tailored to your personal needs. The more risk-averse you are, the less you will have invested in the riskier full steam ahead groups. By monitoring the relative performance of the groups, it is also possible to adjust the balance so that you are only investing in the more volatile funds when the recent returns justify the increased risk. So, which investing strategy sounds the best for you? Which investment portfolio makes the best sense for you? Can you take a short-term 25% to 50% down with an expectation that the investment is going to make 10% to 12% per annum over the long term? Or you can only take a short-term 5 to 10% down with an expectation that the investment is going to make 5 to 6% per annum over the medium to long term. The choice is yours, but the best is to know your own risk appetite. If you find this video useful, make sure you comment below and hit the like button. If this is the first time you're watching my video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Every single week we upload 2 videos for you, so hit the subscribe button and go ahead and watch the other videos right now.